My favorite thing about working on this car was probably putting in the windshield. There was so much attention to detail. First thing we had to do was get the rubber seal that's around the window right now and put that around the glass piece. That ended up being one of the hardest parts of it. We had to put some oil in there in order to get it on, but at some points we had too much oil, so it started slipping off. So we really had to have 3 or 4 people just to get that rubber seal on there. Then what we had to do, we had to be super cautious when putting the window on top of the car because of the paint, and we had to make sure not to hit it because it could scratch at any moment. We didn't want to have to buff that out in the future. So we ended up putting a rope around the seal all the way around before we put it on. And then once we had it in the car, Cole slowly pulled the rope out as we pressed in on the windshield to make sure the seal was in the car. And as the rope pulled out, it secured the seal around the rim of the car. And we had to keep hitting it with our hands in order to get the seal in there tight so it wouldn't leak and it would be right along the edge. And it took us about 2 tries to get it in. Eventually we got it. So when we were putting this bumper on, we had to be extremely careful of not scraping this paint, especially around this area right here, as well as in here, because this paint is a special paint. It's nice because if you scratch it, it's easier to buff out, but that means it is incredibly easy to scratch. Just brushing against it can scratch it, literally anything. So we had to masking tape all around any area that could be hit by this bumper, because this is a pretty large piece that's kind of cumbersome to put on. So we had to slide this bumper in, and the bearings, the supports were actually on upside down at first, so we had to switch those around because it wasn't fitting in quite right. So sliding that in while being careful of not letting this section right here touch the paint, as well as under here that connects to the exhaust and the brackets, and that's on both sides. We had to be extremely cautious to not scrape the paint.